everyone. I'm Roozbeh Aliabadi. I am joined by my very, very good friend, Eryka Wilson. Eryka, welcome on board. Welcome to our YouTube channel, I guess, our latest video.
Hi, thanks for having me.
What was the pause for, Eryka? You paused a second. What happened? Is there a glitch in our communications, in my Wi-Fi network?
You said welcome, and I'm like, I was waiting to see if I was supposed to answer that. So then when you paused, I thought, oh, I'm supposed to answer this now.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Anyways, well, good to have you on again. You work on a lot of lesson plans. You work on one on GPT, folks. By the way, if you haven't seen the GPT, what is it? 3, 4, 5, 6? Which GPT are we talking about, Eryka?
ChatGPT 3.
ChatGPT 3. If you haven't seen that, please look at the link at the bottom of this video, and you can access that lesson plan for free. And you can also watch my interview with Eryka and also Dave Turetsky about ChatGPT and in general about generative AI and about large language models. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. In a way, we are, because I think it's kind of included in some of our materials. We're here to talk about the summer. Yes, when we talk about the summer, we think about vacation, we think about going to the beach. We also think about a little bit of AI education. So, Eryka, what did you guys work on in terms of summer camps or summer plans and AI?
Yeah, so what we did was produce 5 separate systems, 5 separate curricula of 1 week each for our students. And so we have 2 available for like beginners. Those might be anything, any grades like from kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade. They're very much tailored for those younger grades. Then we have intermediate. We have 2 sequences of intermediate. So that's generally 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, although those can be all a little bit malleable depending on what students' experiences are with AI. And then we have an advanced one, which generally corresponds to 6th, 7th, 8th grade. That being said, if 6th, 7th, and 8th graders have 0 experience with AI, then we might just start them at some of the intermediate work. Or if some of the younger students have pretty advanced knowledge of AI for kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, they can always start with the intermediate as well. So the grade lines are merely suggestions. They're meant to be very fluid for individuals, depending on what kinds of students and what kinds of exposure they've had to AI and computer science.
So you design these lesson plans for summer camp organizers, for instructors. Some of the summer camps already have their summers planned out. Could they still use what you have prepared for them? And if so, in what format? How do you envision that?
Sure. Imagine, for instance, there's a summer camp that's doing all-day programming for kids. Maybe they want to have a little bit of computer science programming during that day, so they can allot an hour or 2 hours a day to computer science programming. They can use these lessons, for those series. So instead of just covering computer science, maybe, in really broad ways, they can actually do hands-on AI activities through these lessons. So even if they already have, the days planned, if they already had the summer camp scheduled, with these lessons, they're able to actually go ahead and offer real meaningful AI instruction to those kids during the summertime.
And how easy is it for teachers or camp organizers to actually learn the materials and actually bring it to their camps or to the classroom?
Yeah, that's a big concern, right? We always hear like, I don't know AI. How am I going to teach AI? I mean, first of all, my own experience is I don't have a background in AI. My background is in English and instructional design and curriculum design. And yet, working with the experts that we do here at ReadyAI, we're able to work with individuals who are very versed in AI, and we're able to design lessons, not with those individuals in mind, but with those who have very little experience. And so all of these lessons we've tested, we've worked through them with other students and other schools, other partners that we have. So many of these lessons have already been taught several times. And so we've been able to hone them and refine them so that even somebody who has very little experience in AI can be able to still teach it. They can, go through the material and teach it and learn it with the kids. Of course, we also offer like one-on-one help for those instructors. We can offer, guidance and tutoring, be able to meet with them before they teach a lesson, after they teach a lesson, even maybe like take the lesson that we have, work with them and hone it more even for their individual students too.
You brought that up because there's going to be sessions available where instructors, camp organizers can actually meet with you, and you can kind of walk them through in terms of like a training, if you will, a type of a training session, or also a more hands-on session for them to be more comfortable with the materials. But I think the way you've designed the materials is so good and it's so easy to digest and also to implement. But there is, for those of you folks that are watching us and saying you need extra help or extra support, it is there, it is available as well.
Exactly.
Eryka.
And even, I was going to say, even sometimes there's questions written into the lessons that teachers can ask, but they don't have to know the answers because the answer is available in the lesson plan too. So they can ask a question, let students offer their responses, offer their ideas, offer their hypotheses, whatever the situation might be. And then they have the answer available right there that they can, share. They can read out directly if they want. They can paraphrase it, but they already know what sort of answers that are correct and what are not.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. What do you hope that the students that are going to be getting the exposure to these lessons in AI, be it beginners or intermediate or advanced by age group, after the summer camp, how do you envision, in a way, students enhancing their AI competency, and what would they walk away with?
Yeah, I think you're asking really two questions there, right? So the first question is, what do we really hope for? One of the things that I really care about is gender efficacy, right? That students of different genders are able to see themselves as having part in the AI revolution. So often, we think it's just these really smart people that live on some mountaintop that might be able to access this knowledge. And yet our kids from all over this country, from all different backgrounds, all different socioeconomic statuses, all different linguistic backgrounds, whatever their ethnic or racial makeup is, they're able to access this knowledge too. And so, one of our goals is really the democratization of AI knowledge. That it doesn't just exist within a very small elite group of individuals, or maybe kids whose parents are able to maybe afford really high-end public school or private schooling, but that everybody can access this material. And so what do we hope that they walk out of it with? Well, summer is a long time, isn't it, right? It's 10 weeks long in many school districts. Students aren't having any kind of formal instruction for a really long time in some situations. And so we're really hoping that these lessons give students a taste of computer science, a taste of AI, and that they can go back into public school and they can start asking for more of this, that they can really start finding how they have a role in AI as well, whether it be anything from facial recognition to engaging something like ChatGPT, to using it in an effective way, maybe in other ways too, like for instance, understanding how Siri or Alexa or Google Home devices are able to understand us and how they're able to interpret those queries. So they can go to school and they can go home and have a better knowledge of AI, start to develop a taste, a craving to understand more how it works, and hopefully down the line, maybe even have a role in how it's designed and implemented in the years to follow.
That's fantastic. And I agree with you 100%. Summer is a long time, 10 weeks or so. And I think it's important for them to be part of it. And I see your children in the background. I hope they also do a summer camp that does involve some sort of a,
I was hoping they were blurred out enough.
they are blurred out. Yes, we cannot see them. But I hope that instead of kids just spending time on traditional summer camps, add a little bit of it, another dimension to it, the AI dimension, and particularly nowadays with ChatGPT, it's becoming a very, very big deal with generative AI for us to know about this and also its impact on our society. So with that said, let me have you have the last words to our audience. Could it be camp organizers, parents, even students that might be attending summer camps? What's your message to them?
Yeah, I think my message to close really is the idea of really hands-on activities, right? Kids spend 9.5 months in school in very formal activities. Maybe they're doing a lot of like rote memorization, a lot of testing. Maybe they're learning some computer science, but maybe they're operating within very strict parameters, like let's go ahead and make a PowerPoint, and here's what you do first, and here's what you do second. But these hands-on activities that we build with the AI, different AI tools, whether they be like facial playgrounds or audio recognition tools, things like DALL-E, right, like the image generation, what we're really involving students or getting students to do is think about AI as a playground, a digital sandbox, so to speak. And so what they're doing is really engaging it in these hands-on, creative, fun ways that are hopefully going to augment their learning in ways that maybe they don't get for 3/4 of the year in academic learning.
I agree with you more. I think it's extremely important hands-on learning, anything that's going project-based, hands-on, inquiry-based, something that they let the students use uh, their passion, but also teach them new tools and applications of these tools and how they can use it given their passion in building a project, addressing a challenge, or solving a type of a problem. And I did say you have the last words, and I spoke. So you know what, folks, I'm gonna say thank you so much for joining us. Thanks, a big thank you to Eryka Wilson for doing this interview with me. And I'm gonna close my mouth, let Eryka have the last word.
Thanks, everybody. If nothing else, please check out the free ChatGPT lesson that we've already provided. This is a moving target. We are always trying to update that information, update that lesson to reflect the newest advances in ChatGPT. And so we're really trying to stay cutting edge. And we want your students, wherever they might be, to also be future ready and be cutting edge in their knowledge of AI as well.